Hey, what's up, dude?
What do you want, man?
Hey, what you doing?
I'm tired.
Bro,
I'm trying to sleep. I'm trying to sleep. Why are you calling me?
Fuck up. What are you doing, bro?
I'm trying to sleep. Why are you calling
Nah,
me?
it ain't time to sleep, bro. It's time to get some hoes.
Nah,
Bitches.
Bro, I
Dress
just...
up, hey.
Bro, I'm going
Hey,
through
wait,
it right
wait,
now,
wait.
man. I'm fucking going through it.
Wait, turn the music down real quick.
I'm going through a lot. I can't. I don't got time.
Hey,
Yo,
I
I'm
just-
finna jump off
Hey,
this
I'm feeling
table.
kinda
Daryl.
Hey,
No
hey,
one fucking cares.
I'm finna jump off this
Shut
table.
the fuck up. I'm trying to listen. Okay. What's going on?
I'm going through. You don't care. You're not gonna give a fuck. You're not gonna care. You're not even gonna
I'll
listen. All right. Well, I tore my ACL early. Bro, you said.
Bro, don't you know how to walk when you're like fucking two?
Bro, you're so annoying. You're so annoying, bro. Bro, I can't walk. I can't walk. Why are you being such a...
Trigger warning: suicide, sexual assault.
You really had to get all controversial,
What's up, fam? It's your boy Vic RL, and we're talking all about toxic masculinity. Why did I sound so happy saying that? This video is pretty much going to be me, a Chad, informing you, the soy boys, on what toxic masculinity is, what it can look like, and most importantly, why it matters. I'm also going to clear up some misconceptions about it and show some common ways where the term is misused. So kings, I want you to strap in, because it's time to define! So, toxic masculinity is basically the idea of what we consider to be stereotypically masculine behaviors resulting in harming people either physically, mentally, or both. It's a phrase that targets the arbitrary nature of masculine social norms, and despite the way it sounds, it's not a condemnation of masculinity. It's not saying that there's anything inherently wrong with being masculine. Toxic masculinity is calling attention to specific harmful behaviors that only really exist because society has arbitrarily deemed them to be masculine. God, it feels like I'm speaking in hieroglyphs right now. It basically exists to call out when masculinity goes too ham, which it more than often does. Cue the transition. So, a common societal expectation for men is that you have to dress a certain way. You wanna wear a dress? Nah, fuck off, that shit's gay. By the way, using gay as an insult is also an example of toxic masculinity. Anyways, if you think about it, why can't a man wear a dress? Think about it. It's not like there's anything biologically stopping a dude from wearing a dress. There is no real answer other than traditionally, men just don't wear skirts in America. But that's not to say that you should or shouldn't wear a skirt. The point is, you should be able to wear whatever you want. And in our current iteration of society, if a straight dude dons a dress, it becomes national news. This is because a lot of people have a toxic view on what you gotta do to keep that masculinity meter up. And to them, dressing a certain way keeps that meter's rise going. I will say, out of all the downsides to toxic masculinity, this is the least important. It's still important, but it's probably not as important as the things we're gonna get into. So, let's get into them. Very, very, very common stereotype is that men must be strong, both physically and mentally. On the surface, this doesn't seem like it's that bad, because yeah, you want to be a strong-willed person who's also capable of defending themselves. That's something almost anyone of any gender would want to aspire to be. But here's where the problem comes in. What it means to be a strong man is different than what it means to be a strong anything else. First of all, just to get it out of the way, being physically ripped does not matter as long as you are healthy. If you want to get buff, do it. If you're fine with being any other body type, great. As long as you're maintaining your health, you're good. In terms of mental strength, a lot of men believe that emotional vulnerability is a signifier of weakness. And weakness, bad. This is toxic masculinity at work. Scientifically, it's way worse to internalize and ignore your emotions than it is to show some vulnerability. But regardless of that fact, men usually choose not to do that. This is because men are taught that it's not masculine to do that. So because of this, we see
terrible outcomes.
Like, men receive mental health treatment less often than women do. Men also are 3.5 times more likely to commit suicide. We're also more likely to abuse substances. It just isn't strong to internalize your emotions and pretend like everything is fine. In my opinion, it's infinitely stronger to be truthful to yourself. Don't let the part of you that wants to maintain this arbitrary perception of manliness let you just stay in perpetual pain. It's really not worth it. Okay, on to arguably the heaviest way toxic masculinity rears its ugly head: sex. It's stereotypically masculine to love sex. And while there's nothing wrong with loving sex, toxic masculinity spearheads the idea that sex plays a huge role in your value as a man. It might play a huge role in your life, but it doesn't play a huge role in your worth as a person. Anyways, because of this idea, men, often younger ones, latch onto the idea that if you aren't engaging in sex as much as humanly possible, you aren't masculine enough. This shit is part of the reason why so many men are cool with just straight up sexually assaulting women, or in turn, blaming women for being assaulted in the first place. This isn't just the only reason, but it is a significant one. The idea that sex is this manly trial by passage is also why there's that weird trend where you see adult women raping underage boys and then people going, "What do you mean? He's lucky." No, he's a victim. It's not masculine to bypass consent. It's gross. Anyone of any gender can feed into toxic masculinity. There are plenty of situations where toxic masculinity comes from women. Wow. Why does this exist? Also, despite what Candace Owens might tell you, society will be just fine letting men express themselves however they want. If she can go and wear a suit, a dude can put on a dress. Also, are you being dead ass about the East being traditionally masculine? Have you never opened your eyes, ever? The moral of this story, the point of this video, the theme, is that toxic masculinity hurts everyone. It isn't just a PC SJW buzzword, it's a psychological phenomenon that is constantly referenced as a problem in our society by experts. At the end of the day, you shouldn't limit your own happiness for the sake of trying to be more of a man. That's dumb. Strength isn't gender specific. And yeah, I know, this video is a bit preachy, but I really think a lot of men, especially younger ones, need to start throwing away some of these weird things we kind of force ourselves to conform to. So if you keep trying to force people to be masculine, I'ma beat your ass, pussy.